Good afternoon, Mr. Niranjan.
Afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Very good afternoon to all.
The secret to change is to focus all of your energy, not on fighting the old, but on building the new. Getting into the era of digital marketing, we all must understand that traditional marketing talks at people, digital marketing talks to them. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I, Shatat Swaroop,
And I, Anandini Gupta.
welcome you all to the Digital Marketing Conclave 2022, organized by SCMS Center for Management Studies, Pune.
Now, I would like to request our beloved director, Professor Dr. Adya Sharma ma'am, to say a few words.
Namaste and a very warm welcome, Mr. Niranjan. I hope we are all audible to you.
Yes, and thank you very much and good afternoon to all.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us today for our Digital Marketing Conclave. Dr. Mauricio would be joining us in another 15-20 minutes. And I know that the students are very eager to listen to you and learn from you, but I cannot let go of this opportunity to tell you a little bit about SCMS Pune, and I'll just take 2 minutes. SCMS Pune, as we are popularly called, a Symbiosis Center for Management Studies, offers a BBA program. We are ranked as one of the leading BBA institute in the country. But I think what we offer to our students is an opportunity to learn, contribute, and grow. And we do this through various means, definitely through academics. Academics is our core, and it has a very multidisciplinary flavor to it. Besides this, our students compulsorily have to work for NGO so that they learn to appreciate and also contribute to the community and become socially conscious citizens. Extracurricular activities are an integral part of a student's life. Just to give you an example, in the last year, there were more than 100 events organized or participated by our students. Our students do not learn about diversity to theory, Niranjan ji, but they learn about diversity by sitting in our classrooms, because we have students not just from different states and union territories of our country, but we have students from more than 20 different countries studying on our campus. And besides this, yes, we really value the international collaborations we have. One of the example is with FATEC Brazil, and that's how Dr. Mauricio would be joining us. I'm aware of your extremely busy schedule. I am also aware of the diverse portfolios that you handle, and that is why I'm so grateful to you that today you are here to share your knowledge with the youth of the country. Thank you so much once again, Niranjan ji, for being here and sharing your knowledge, your expertise with our students. Welcome to SCMS Pune.
Well, so thanks a lot. Good afternoon to everyone. And I would like to, before I start, really thank and appreciate Dr. Adya Sharma, Dr. Ashutosh Mathur, and the entire staff of Symbiosis for getting me joining this conclave and giving me this opportunity to speak to all students. It's very exciting for me for various reasons. First, of course, it's always great to talk to the youth because eventually you are the future for businesses, future for marketing, future for the economy and nation. So it's always great to interact and talk to young people. So that's one. And second, our relationships with SCMS is something that we truly appreciate and value. And therefore, I feel great connected with the university using this digital conclave as one of the formats and one of the reasons. And I'm really looking forward to also hear some of the thoughts from your side and keen to share some of the experiences and some of the things which I've learned over the period of time.
So before we begin, I think, Kshitij, I'll just request you to formally introduce Niranjan ji to everyone.
Yes, ma'am. We would like to introduce our first speaker, Mr. Niranjan Kanade, Vice Managing Director, Gomo Group, to enlighten us about digital marketing. Mr. Niranjan has more than 20 years of experience in technology-led business. He has operated in international and domestic markets. A former CEO of HPS Wellness, a health technology startup, Mr. Niranjan has been working in digital marketing and marketing technology for more than a decade. Mr. Niranjan is known for being a business leader, mentor, and coach. He also has worked as advisor at board level to multiple organizations. Besides digital marketing, he also has managed businesses in various domains, including marketing technology, health technology, and e-commerce for travel. Today, he would be addressing us on digitization, automation, and analytics in marketing. So we would like to invite him to grace the occasion. The students have been eagerly waiting to talk to you, sir. So handing it over to you.
Kshitij, I think Dr. Osvaldo has also joined us from Portugal right now. Osvaldo, can you hear me? Whether he can hear me or not. Osvaldo, thank you so much for joining, and we are really grateful. I understand you're not even well, and yet you're attending this. Thank you so much, Osvaldo. Kshitij, please continue.
The students have been eagerly waiting to talk to you, sir. Handing it over to you.
Okay, thanks. So let me share my screen and let me know if you can see that before I start. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, so today I'm going to talk about digitalization, automation, and analytics in marketing. And as I said, this is a very dear topic to me. And before I begin and get into the digitalization or automation, let us first understand the journey that marketing has seen over a period of time. So, to simply put it up, digitalization has been a process of evolution of technology and marketing across various domains and verticals over a period of time. And if you all can recall and go back a few years, you will remember that marketing mainly was all about using traditional media. So, for example, having ads over magazine, newspapers, or some outdoor marketing. That eventually and slowly evolved into using electronic media as radio technology, television, and mobile technology started becoming more and more common. And therefore, marketeers preferred putting ads on these technology and these mediums as well. And that's how radio ads, television ads, and mobile ads in form of SMS and voice started becoming more and more common. Now, as the time proceeded and as we entered in the era of 2000 and 2010s, what happened is that internet technology started to evolve big time. And in the last decade of 20th century, in 90s, every business started using internet to create the digital format and digital representation of the business. And that's where we've seen the boom of .com. So every business had a .com address, which basically represented in terms of what they're doing, what are their products, and what are the services. And as the companies started representing themselves on internet itself offered a solution, and search engines like Google came up with evolutionary technology in the area of search engines, right? And they started offering solutions for users to be able to search what they're looking forward to. And that was all based on ranking algorithms, and that in itself is a mind-boggling technology. So just to put that in perspective with regards to scale and complexity, on Google every year, we have experienced about 4.5 trillion searches, which is a huge number in itself. There are 3 billion websites which Google has ranked, which means when you search and when Google represents and gives back the information to you, the order in which the websites are ranked is based on the algorithm, which will check the repository across these 3 billion websites and then will rank the most relevant information for you. And while all this was getting developed, we also saw a great evolution in the smart devices technology. So we then could see the emergence of smartphones, tabs, lighter and smarter and faster laptops, which offered users multiple aspects. One, it offers users the ability to be mobile, which means you can travel and still have access and stay connected, and then consume information on internet. And then, while all of this was happening, there was a huge evolution in the area of telecommunication space itself. And we have seen how 3G, 4G, and now 5G have emerged out along with fiber optics to offer data at a very economical price and at the same time at the speeds which are mind-boggling, right? So all these four things put together, which is basically the boom in internet technology, upsurge in search engines and their ability to search and give you back the relevant information, emergence of smart devices, and evolution in telecommunication technology. All these four things put together helped us lead to digitalization. Now, when we say digitalization, I always think of it as a world of possibilities, and I'll tell you why. So when we talk about digitalization, it started with digitalization of businesses, which means companies started putting up online e-commerce. So right from food to transportation, from education to wellness and to finance, all businesses have now started doing their commerce using internet and app technology. Also, we have seen digitalization in social interactions, which means the communication over chat, forming groups and communities, relationships, which includes dating and matrimony. All of this has started using internet and digital technology. And also, we have seen digitalization in professional and public interactions, which means a professional is now being able to put his overall work experience, his credentials on net using solutions like LinkedIn, or then can express his views, public views over Twitter, right? So all these things put together would mean that the consumers and the businesses shifted over a period of time from only physical businesses to physical plus online businesses, and in certain cases, only online businesses, right? So this is the big shift which we have seen in last 20 and 30 years. And that opened up some doors which were never open for us and therefore created the possibilities which seemed impossible at one point in time. Just to give an example, today I'm participating in this conclave without having to meet any one of you ever before, right? But we are still interacting, engaging, we are exchanging knowledge, information, and we are collaborating due to the fact that all of this is possible using digital media. And on top of this, during the COVID period, the pandemic situation, the lockdown situations really helped accelerate digitalization, wherein even the smallest of the smallest vendor, a shop owner, an auto rickshaw driver started using digital technology to its full effect. And that is what led into what we have seen as digital world of today. Now, as the consumers and as the businesses have shifted to digital platforms, what marketeers were forced, and obviously it made absolute relevant sense for them to do, is to also adopt marketing using the digital medium. And that's what is called as digital marketing, right? So what is it then? Digital marketing, if you really look at it, primarily would consist of 5-6 large areas. One of it is search engine optimization, right? I spoke to you about search engine, and I told you the kind of magnitude, the kind of scale the search engines are having in terms of their complexity. Keeping that in mind, it became very, very important for the businesses to align themselves to the search engine's algorithm. So, for example, if Gomo is doing certain business in B2B marketing space, it's very important that any B2B company which is interested in finding a solution on that specific area finds Gomo when they're searching for that solution, which means all the efforts that we are putting in terms of having our website, our content, and some of the technical things that have to be done along with that are to be aligned to help us doing this, to help the user find us. And that is what is called as search engine optimization. Second part is search engine advertising, which is basically being able to advertise to come on top of the search engines or the search pages. Third part is about social media marketing, which means how you can use the social media, be it YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Snapchat, or Instagram, and reach out to the consumers in a way which is very, very effective and leading to transactions. That is becoming very, very important. And besides this, there are other two channels, which is email and mobile marketing, which uses the communication to be pushed to users using email as a medium and SMS or voice as a medium. And then there is online channel, which means you can reach out to the user today using a web push or a browser push. And I'll talk more about all this in coming time, right? So that's in nutshell is about digital marketing in terms of the key channels which are used in digital. So let's understand search engine optimization a little bit more in detail, right? So what happens in search engine optimization is that the brands want to achieve the higher ranking on search page. When the user is searching with a specific intent, we would like to be on top of that search page. And therefore, it is all about aligning to the user's intent, putting customer at the center. Now, what does this mean? This means when the user is searching for a specific solution, he finds a brand and then he clicks on that specific link, which will take the user to the landing page, which typically happens to be the website of the company, and therefore increases traffic on that landing page. Okay, and that results in generating leads and increasing interactions. So this is a very powerful solution where without having to push the brand information to the user finds you because he is looking for a specific solution in spite of the fact that he is not aware of your brand. And that is pretty interesting, isn't it? Now moving on to the search engine advertising. What happens is search engine optimization and that alignment takes some time for brands to really start ranking on Google page. So what solution brands can really use to still have the visibility on the search engine page? And therefore the search engines have come up with a solution called as paid advertising or search engine advertising, in which the brands can actually pay to the search engines so that when the user is showcasing a specific intent or searching with a specific intent, the ad is published on top of the search page. So for example, if you can see here, a user is searching with the intent saying he wants to buy red shoes, right? And the ad is shown by the United Colors of Benetton without user actually searching for United Colors of Benetton. And this is coming on top of the page because United Colors of Benetton actually paid the search engine to display their ads on top. And this happens using the bidding system, which means the multiple brands who want their products and services to be shown on top of the page would actually bid for this specific position. And the brands with the highest bid would get the highest ranking. And then the second best bidder would get the second position, so on and so forth. So it's pretty interesting space, very complicated, but very, very effective in regards that the brands are now able to reach out to the users who are having the intent for the product or the solution that specific brand is offering. Now coming back to the social media marketing. Now why social media marketing is so important? Now I'll share some numbers with you, right? So for example, if you look at Instagram and Facebook, on Instagram, about 1.2 billion users spend on an average close to 30 minutes every day. Okay, that amounts to about 36 billion minutes per day on Instagram, which is a huge number, which means a brand can have a visibility and engagement with a large number of audience for a considerably high amount of time. And that's what matters in marketing and ad world. How many impressions and for how much time a brand can actually get, and how much intention and how much visibility that they can actually capture in that specific time defines the transactions, the revenues, and the traffic towards the brand. Also, 37 people in the world use Facebook across 156 countries, making it a very powerful channel for multinational brands to be able to reach out to large number of audience. And the way these two channels are used are by actually posting the brand related communication, brand related content, which can be rich media content also. Then also use some of the influencers who, when they talk about the brand or like the brand or share the brand, automatically brings in virality, right? So that's how brands actually achieve a larger traction for their products and services using Instagram and Facebook. Then, besides this, LinkedIn and Twitter also proved to be very powerful medium and channels for marketers. For instance, there are 875 plus million professionals across the world who use LinkedIn. So therefore, for the brands who are particularly into B2B space, which is business to business space, find LinkedIn to be a very powerful channel to reach out to the professionals across the globe. And then Twitter is world's largest micro blogging platform with 400 million users, and therefore a very powerful tool to spread out a word about the brand. Last but not the least, YouTube, which is world's second most popular website on earth, has recorded about 694,000 hours of content getting consumed every minute. So friends, as I speak and as I talk about YouTube, and by the time I finish my explanation about YouTube, already close to 700 hours of content is viewed across globe over YouTube already. That is the kind of visibility brands can get when they have ads on YouTube. And that in a nutshell, basically is the importance of the social media marketing, its scale, its reach, and its potential. Now moving on, the other regarding other channel about the digital marketing, which is on-site marketing. So what is on-site marketing? It comes in two forms. One is web engagement and second is in-app engagement. So for example, if you are using Amazon.com or Flipkart, when you are on the site, on website of a brand, you can get a notification or a message from Flipkart or Amazon while you are searching. And that message can be very relevant because let's say it's offering some discount about the same product that you are right now searching on Flipkart or Amazon, right? And therefore, it offers a real-time, relevant, and call to action based engagement to the marketer. By call to action, what I mean is the engagement that in this case a brand can achieve will not only advertise about a specific product or service, or will not only give information, but will also allow a user to click a button and complete a transaction, thereby actually getting results for the brand, for the marketing campaign that they are doing. And therefore, this is very, very powerful tool and powerful method of marketing called on-site marketing. Moving on, and as I spoke about mobiles becoming smarter, mobiles becoming faster with very powerful data technology, there are various channels over mobiles which are used by the brands. One of it is banner ad, which means you will have a small banner popping up on mobile talking about the brand. There can be push notifications which will pop in while you are starting or when you are using the mobile. There can be native ads, or there can be a mobile video which can start when you have switched on your mobile. And on top of that, there can be geo-targeted ads, which means if you are near Phoenix Mall, let's say within the periphery of 5 kilometers, the brands which are having stores in the mall can actually push the ad to you, making it more relevant, more appealing to the user. And then another powerful channel for digital marketing is email marketing, right? Email marketing started in late 90s and even till date after 20 years remains one of the most powerful and effective communication channel for marketeers. One, it can help marketeers do regular email campaigns at a very low cost. And it also allows marketeers to use affiliate networks, the networks which will have different databases which the brand is not having access to. And then the brands can run campaign on those databases without actually getting the data access, without actually having the access of the user information, thereby ensuring the security of the user's personal information. Brands can still reach out to a user and run a campaign, giving the information about the product and the service. This, in a nutshell, friends, was about the digitalization of marketing. Now, what happens is when you have so many channels, and using the channels, when you are able to now reach out to millions and billions of users, what becomes very, very critical is to stay relevant. And that is the new mantra in terms of how you can send a relevant information to the user. Otherwise, the users are getting bombarded with every possible brand for every possible product and services. So how you can minimize this noise and send more meaningful signal to the user holds the key in effective branding and effective marketing for the brands. And therefore, there is a mantra of 4 R's, which is using the right channel and then sending the right content at the right time to the right user. When you achieve all these 4, when the user is getting the content which is meaningful and relevant to him at the preferred time, using the right channel, that is when the user is in the space to actually understand that content, understand that message from the brand, and therefore may interact with the content. For example, if any brand at this point in time tries to reach out to me over call, I'm not going to take the call, which means that marketing communication is going to fail. But instead, if they send an email to me after this conference is over, I may actually go and check my emails and find that communication from the brand. That is what the marketing automation is all about. And the reason why it is automation is not only it sends the right content to the right user using at the right time using right channel, but it also tracks the customer journey. So a marketer using marketing automation platform, as you can see on the right side or right part of the screen, can create algorithm in terms of how we would like to reach out to a user. So for example, a brand can say any user who is coming to my website and let's say searching a specific product and is on that product page for more than 1 minute, for that user automatically send SMS while he is on that page. If he does not react to that SMS, after 24 hours next day, send a reminder email saying that, hey, look, you are looking for that specific product which you have not yet bought. Would you be interested? And this is the offer. And if the user does not interact with that also, maybe after 3 days, send a reminder SMS or reminder email. So a marketer in advance can create such complex algorithms about different products and services that they have, and the campaigns can happen automatically. And that's what marketing automation is all about. So using marketing automation platform, the marketer can do smart segmentation of the data, which means if there's a huge database that needs to be targeted, right segments can be created which are relevant for right type of products. Campaigns can be created with regards to what content has to go on what channel at what time. So you can have a scheduled content, or you can, using the platform, you can build journeys, as I just explained, capturing the overall customer experience and the customer journey to give a seamless experience. Now, this results in omni-channel engagement, which means while there are multiple campaigns happening in an automated format, the user is same and he gets the same communication from the brand across different channels. So the web notification will say, okay, hey Niranjan, this is the specific product, this is the discount. A day after, an email coming to me will also talk about the same product and about the same discount. And the SMS, which is a reminder coming after 3 days, will also talk about the same. So which means we are maintaining the consistency in an automated fashion, giving user a seamless experience, talking about the same product or service without troubling him or without trying to be intrusive. That's what marketing automation is all about in a nutshell. Now, another thing that needs to be understood in these dynamics, which actually is very closely related to digital marketing, is that its ability to do push and pull marketing. And let me explain in a minute as to what is push and pull marketing in the first place. So when a brand is sending a specific ad or information about the product or a service to the user, that is called as push marketing, which means user is not aware or not necessarily interested in the brand, but brand reaches and captures the attention of the user. Example, you turn on the television to watch the cricket match and a Coke ad is shown to you. So obviously you have not turned on the television to watch a specific product. You have not turned on the television to understand or find a specific solution or a service, but the brand has reached out to you. That is push marketing. Versus pull marketing, where user expresses intent or a need for a specific solution or a service or a product, and in the process discovers brand. For example, I may go on Google search and search for a laptop, and in return, the different brands may approach me, right from Apple to Samsung to other brands, saying, hey Niranjan, these are the products at these costs and for this discount. And then they can target me for that particular product or service. That is pull marketing. Now, digital marketing can use both of these methods effectively. Initially, when we used to do marketing only using traditional marketing media or channels, that was all about push marketing. But now we can have a composite marketing using push and pull methods with a very effective combination, making it more meaningful for both brands as well as for the consumer. Now, since we are talking about magnitude, scale, digital marketing, and automation in it, what becomes very, very critical is the usage of analytics. And these days, the analytics is all artificial and machine learning powered advanced analytics. What does that mean? It means that the analytics is having 4 different parts to it. One is descriptive analytics, diagnostic analytics, predictive analytics, and last is prescriptive analytics. All right. The descriptive analytics basically looks at the data. For example, when a specific marketing campaign is conducted, it reached out to how many users? How many users responded to that campaign? How many of those actually completed a transaction? When this particular report is formulated using analytical tools, it's descriptive analytics, and therefore it is a very powerful reporting tool. The next level is diagnostic analytics, which means the analytical tools not only will give you the reports, but they will also do assessment as to why a specific user dropped out of a campaign, why he did not respond. What are the discrepancies or what are the disconnects in the patterns that we see in the overall data? So it will give you those assessments and insights, and therefore it's called diagnostic analytics. Third is even more advanced, which is predictive analytics, which means it will start predicting, looking at the historical data and current trends. It will say, okay, now if you carry out a similar campaign in a month of December, how many users will respond to that campaign? How many transactions are likely to happen? So it gives the visibility to a marketer in advance, even before the campaign is executed, which can help him decide how much to invest in a marketing campaign, how to make it better, and things like that. And that is predictive marketing or predictive analytics for you. And then last part is prescriptive, where the analytics is not only giving you the descriptive, diagnostic, and predictive analytics, but it also tells you as to you being a marketeer, what is it that you should be doing, what type of campaigns you should run, what type of channels you should have, what type of content you should try, what type of user segmentation you should plan. So that the technology itself tells you back, using the artificial intelligence and machine learning, as to you as a marketeer, what is it that you should do as a part of what we call next best action, which will get the maximum return on investment on the marketing campaign that is being planned. And that is what is analytics, or the advanced analytics of modern times is all about. So to sum this up, all that I would say is that we are in the middle of what will be the largest change in communication and buying behavior in history. This is going to be a huge change in the communication buying pattern. And therefore, it is also going to be a huge change on how marketing communication will look like. And therefore, the question that we should ask to ourselves is that, are we ready for that change? Because that is what will matter the most for us. So that's it from my side. And then I would like to now open up this forum to take a few questions if you students are having any specific queries or concerns or questions for me.
Thank you, sir, for throwing light on this emerging topic of digitalization. Before we take the questions, now Adya would like to say something.
Mr. Niranjan, please allow me to introduce two very dear friends of SCMS Pune. We have with us Dr. Osvaldo and our next speaker, Dr. Mauricio. And I thought this is a wonderful opportunity for me to introduce you to our two very dear friends who are almost like, not just both of them, the entire FATEC team, who's just like family to us. Dr. Osvaldo, I understand, is not even well, and yet he's joining us. Thank you, Osvaldo. Thank you so much. And I'm so sorry earlier we did not allow you to open your video, but please go ahead.
Hello, Adya. Namaste. Thank you very much for Symbiosis for giving us this opportunity. It's really a pleasure and a honor for us to participate in this wonderful conclave. For us in FATEC, is very important to keep these connections south-south. We have strong relations with India, South Africa, and China, and it has been a wonderful experience. And please, I promise, I hope you don't tell this to my other partners, but we love working with India. We have been so well received. You have such gentle students, gentle professors. We feel home, and our students feel like, I want to go to India. I want to go to India. We want to learn more about the culture. Some people want to learn how to dance. You know, I love the dance, but I'm not that good on that. So and this opportunity is really unique, and I'm just happy to see these two countries coming together via these two fantastic institutions, Symbiosis and Centro Paula Souza, and our two fantastic professors here. I was very surprised with the presentations made by Dr. Kanade, and I think this gives us a very interesting perspective about our future. And so thank you very much, and it's a pleasure to be with you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Osvaldo. Thank you so much, and get well soon. And a very warm welcome, Mauricio. Thank you. The time difference between us and Brazil is almost 8.5 hours. It is early morning over there, and yet you are here to speak to our students, to have a conversation with us. As I said, You are like family now. Only families do this. Thank you so much, Mauricio. Yes, let me not come in between the questions, question answer session, Mr. Niranjan.
Now,
So if it's okay, we can continue with the question answer session. Yeah, please go ahead.
now I'd like to request answer a few questions our students have for you. We received a lot of questions from the students, but due to time sections, we can't take all the questions. Our first question is from Nazuk. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Nazuk. I wanted to ask, when we enter in the corporate world, what career opportunities will be relevant, keeping in mind the modern marketing and digitalization?
All right. I think it's very important to understand this particular aspect, because you are at the doorstep of entering into the corporate world. And therefore, it makes absolute sense for you to understand what is the way forward here, right, in the field of marketing in specific. Now, as you have seen in my presentation, I covered and touched based on specific aspects on how the marketing is carried out these days, right? And therefore, it's very important for all of you to align to that direction, which means if the marketing is getting more and more digital, it's very important that the marketeers of today's and tomorrow are very closely connected with digital technology. The marketeers of today and tomorrow are less of a marketeers, but more of digital technologists. They understand marketing, no doubts about that, but they also understand the digital technology. And therefore, it is very important for you to understand some of these digital mediums and digital marketing methods, including SEO, SCA, social media marketing, analytics, and design development aspects. And there are various roles and responsibilities and career opportunities available in all these fields, which you can take up for next 3 to 5 years to understand these domains in detail. And then from there, develop yourself as a complete digital marketeer who not only understands marketing, but also understands the channel, the consumer, the behavior patterns, and therefore the technology to assess and understand that and use to reach out to those users using the right communication methods. I think that will be really more relevant, that will be more effective, and that will be the best way forward.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. The next question is from Ishika. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Ishika from second year. Since you're from a marketing background, I wanted to know what will your advice be to the students considering that the marketing and the businesses are changing so rapidly?
Sure. I think the first advice that I'll give to all students is to acknowledge the fact that we are living in an era which is rapidly changing. And therefore, it's very important to have the mindset to understand and acknowledge that change, which is constant and rapid both. If you really look at the way the things have evolved, in last 10 years, we have seen the evolution which typically would happen in 100 years of time. And if you look at the last 5 years, every year we have seen the change which would happen over a period of 100 years of time. The technology and the things around us are so rapidly changing that it's very difficult to cope up with that change. And especially at a young age, if you develop that mindset to understand these trends early, understand what is changing and how it is changing early, I think that would be the key to the success. So my first advice would be to have the mindset to learn and adopt to the change which is happening rapidly around us. I think that would be my first advice. And my second advice would be to always in life have a right mentor. Currently, you are a part of a great institute. So your professors, your coaches are your mentor or mentors. As you enter in the corporate world, always learn to find a person who he or she could be your colleague, your manager, or someone who is outside the organization, but is is a good person to rely upon as a mentor who can guide you and channelize you. Because the generation of today has 2, 3 very distinct advantages. One, the information is available at the fingertip. Unlike a few years back, today you want to know something, it's very easy to find that information over Google or over YouTube, and then just quickly learn about something. What is important is the direction. What to learn, how to learn, and how to use it plays a very, very critical role. So I think that is where mentor can help you. The second very distinctive advantage that the youth of today is having is the ability to collaborate. Today, for example, you are learning from the guest speakers from Brazil. This was not possible 20 years back so easily, right? So this ability to be collaborative is the strength that the youth is having. And therefore, it's very, very important that you have the mentor who can help you leverage upon these capabilities which did not exist before. So these are my 2 simple advices for the young students.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving us your valuable insights and for your precious time. Now we will proceed with the second session of the day.